Your ski. First thing I need y'all to do for me is hit that sub a dub ski on your way in, man. Hit that for me. Hit that sub a dub ski. Smash that. Hit that like button. It's free. You will not get a charge in your account for that. So hit that for me. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you. Feel me? What was that? What was that sound popping up? What's the word though, man? How we feeling tonight, gang? We back with another stream, my guys. Yo. Just last week, all of the ladies was on Duke Dennis. They all was on Duke Dennis' body. He could do no wrong. This week, they call him a deadbeat baby daddy. Bruh, the script flips mad quick. What is that sound? That keep happening? I don't know. What is that? What is that sound? Hold up. Let me see something. What's going on? What's in my background? Y'all hear that sound? It keep popping up for me. I don't know what's going on. Is it Discord? I don't know. But all right, anyway, we ain't gonna worry about it too much. As long as it don't keep on happening, we good. But look, gang, we back. We on here tonight, man. Hope everybody feeling good, bro. Y'all know how I give it up, gang. I'm here for a minute. I'm here to give y'all some entertainment and some information. Let's tap in right now. Let's see what's going on with this Duke Dennis situation, bro. I told y'all the women was in love with him last week. Just last week, they was in love with him. This week, they calling him a deadbeat baby daddy. They saying he got eight kids. We gonna see what's going on, though, man. Shout out to my boy, Stacy. He got a video on this, so let's tap in with Stacy first, and then we gonna check around and get more info.
So, Streamer University. Constant Streamer University was a huge event and it's caused waves. We still are seeing the effects from that event. Some of that is just like, good vibes for a lot of folks who got exposure there. And on the other end, you do have some drama. Now, one piece of drama turned into a whole nother situation is that Duke Dennis was the ladies' man at Streamers University. But when things were all said and done, one of the girls that was there flirting with Duke Dennis started to get some backlash because people were saying that she's friends with Duke's baby mama. Other folks were like, wait, Duke got a baby mama? Then other folks were like, yeah, he got 8 kids. Bruh.
8 kids?
I don't know why I got the 8 kids, but different stories about different baby mamas was popping out of the woodworks. It was going.
Yo, 8 kids is a lot, but I really wouldn't be surprised. Like, bro, Duke Dennis is some country nigga with a bag. He's some country nigga, bro. You know them country niggas be having babies hella early, and they be having mad babies. Country niggas be mad family oriented. Now, I guess for his image or whatever the case may be, he A&P. You know what I'm saying? It ain't the best image to have kids and all that, especially not be married and all that, I guess. That's why he don't be talking about his kids. But I would assume Duke Dennis got kids, bro. That nigga like 30. He 30 and he a country nigga, bro. Country niggas be having kids when they 14, bro. Like a young boy. So I'm not surprised.
Crazy, but it got to the point that Duke Dennis had to finally come out and speak on the situation. So, man, one thing about it, once you finally address something, it becomes a story that people got to talk about. I wasn't gonna cover this until Duke spoke on it, so we're gonna talk about it, bro. Let's go ahead and tap in and see what Duke got to say about his baby mamas popping up, all the different stories and shit, and whether or not he has 8 kids.
Bro, I done told y'all over and over again, this like the 4th year in a row, I done told y'all that, like, it's certain parts of my life that I just don't want to share with y'all, all right? I'm never, ever going to post my family, all right? That includes...
Low-key, Drake was not the only one hiding a child, bro. A lot of niggas out here hiding children for whatever reason, bro. I guess for some people it's just for their image. Their image don't go with being a dad. Like, you know what I'm saying? You play video games on the net all day. You an A&P member. Like, being a dad ain't really in the... I get it. It don't really fit your image. So I can understand that with this dude. I just hope he ain't really a deadbeat like they saying.
Everybody except for my brother probably. My brother is the only person in my family that I will post. Anybody else, I'm not posting them. So I'm sorry if you feel obligated or entitled to like be a...
You can't feel obligated and entitled to his family if he don't want you to know what's going on with his family. However, I will say, it's kind of crazy though, like, you got a kid audience, like your audience is kids. So you having kids definitely wouldn't hurt your brand, but I guess in a way it could though.
Part of, you know what I'm saying?
Depending on who your baby mamas is, right?
My life in that way, but I've been decided a long time ago that I would never like post my family in that way, and everything that y'all doing right now is like proving me right. For like 3-4 days, I've been watching y'all you know what I'm saying, post think pieces. I've been watching y'all post incorrect think pieces at that. You know what I'm saying? All for likes and views and shares and
You know how they be calling Duke the YouTube Future? He might have more children than Future. If he got 8, that's probably more than Future.
shit like that. And like I said, I've been going through this for 4 years now. So I've been learned to not give a fuck about like what the internet say. So with that being said, it's only one thing that I give a fuck about that I've been letting y'all run with. And like the crazy part is y'all don't even know if y'all right or not. You know what I'm saying? And I think y'all getting upset with me because y'all dead ass don't know if the information you putting out.
It's clearly true. It's clearly true. He got kids. Do we got 8? We don't know. But he's basically saying without saying, yeah, I got kids. It's not none of y'all business. I'm never going to introduce y'all to my kids. I'm never going to talk about my kids. That's what he's saying. But he got kids. We don't know if he got 8, but he got kids.
Is true or if it's not true and y'all upset with me because, you know what I'm saying, it is bothering you right here.
Well, address the deadbeat shit at least, because they saying you deadbeat. These women is calling you a deadbeat. At least address that part. You ain't got to show your kids, say how many kids you got, but like, at least address the deadbeat part, because that ain't never good. Shade Room went from loving you to turning on you real quick.
I do not have 8 fucking kids.
Alright, he ain't got 8.
No offense to anybody who do. Alright? But I've been actually watching y'all take that and run with it and post it and post about it and post it in like bold print as if.
Nah, 8 kids is OD. If he had 8, like, damn, you been busy. But I think he probably got like 4.
You know for a fact that's the case when it's not the case. And that's just what the internet is nowadays, bro. But that's not even, you know what I'm saying, what bothered me. You know what I'm saying? It was just like, the shit is just so wild to me, bro. So, once again, I apologize, and it's not 7, which is wild as well. But
nigga, just say how many it is. If you going, it's not 8, it's not 7. It's given you hiding a child.
Whatever number y'all throwing out is not correct though. But like, that's besides the point.
It's like 5.
But what's important is everything y'all doing right now is the exact reason why I would never post any of my family, because y'all just do way too much for the views and the likes and the blogs and all this other shit. And y'all gonna continue to add 2 + 2 and get 16 or whatever you come up with. But just know though, bro, anybody that's attached to me is well taken care of, bro. You know what I'm saying?
At least say that, because they calling you a deadbeat, bro. At least let us know you take care of your kids, man. Maybe there's some kids that people trying to say is your kids, but not really your kids, and they not getting taken care of. Maybe that's where the deadbeat rumors came from.
That goes for family.
Because you getting way too much money to be a deadbeat dad.
And friends. I give a homeless man a shirt off my back. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know how that would make you think that I wouldn't do the same for like my own. You feel me? So I appreciate everybody who been checking on me and shit. I've been having a blast though, especially watching y'all like make the think piece TikToks and shit. Watching y'all be wrong, loud and wrong, and watching everybody else in the comments be loud and wrong as well has been hilarious these past 3 days. I've been having a marvelous time. I enjoyed DreamCon in Houston. I enjoyed Houston this weekend. One of the best weekends.
Nigga, why you ain't bring your kids? Let me stop.
All right, but let me get back serious. So look, hold on.
Now I ain't gonna lie though, Duke Dennis is in a great position that to be a great dad, like, and to actually like your kids can live a great life. Like, just, I mean, I understand you don't want your kids on camera, so they're not gonna get that. They're not gonna be able to get that. You know what I mean? Like, go with you here, go with you there, but you live a great life. You know what I'm saying? Like, mad kids want to be doing what you're doing, so I know your kids would love to be around.
But yeah, though. So y'all hurry up and make y'all think pieces on this. Wrap it up ASAP. All right, because
wrap it up then.
We got, you know what I'm saying, a pool party to plan and things of that nature. So just be ready for that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that shit was so weird. All right, let me.
Okay, so despite Duke saying he don't want to talk about his family and shit, the women don't care. Now, I ain't finna show none of the speculation, but the women that's coming out saying, yes, mom, baby daddy's Duke Dennis, X, Y, and Z. Let's go ahead and tap in for a quick second, though. So the main folks I've seen is this IG model named Darcy.
This is Duke baby moms? I ain't gonna lie, this is a weak one, bro. This is probably his first baby moms. Now, the first baby mom's usually fat and ugly. She's slim. I don't know. I don't know where she fall in the line of baby moms, but damn, Duke, you be having the baddies all over you. This should be him. It is what it is, though.
It's Darcy. I don't know if she's still modeling and stuff like that, but she straight up said, yes, I have a son by Duke Dennis. Life goes on, though. Don't want to keep talking about it. Don't want people in my business for real, but my son is this, and it's very much his son. We'll come back to her. But this girl right here is the one that has the drama going on after Streaming University. Before I do address anything, or before I seen her say anything public,
bro, when did Duke get her pregnant, bro? Because if you know, you know. Like, this was when a primetime hit. Look, he got like 1,000 videos with Shorty back in the day. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When did Duke get Shorty pregnant? That matters. We need to know.
Dude kind of did some weird shit right here, bro. Peep this real quick.
You were blessed enough to get around other folks, run it up. You met your baby daddy, which is another big streamer and YouTuber. Cranked them, baby. Got around another, you know.
Damn, Prom. Nigga, Prom said she cranked him, baby. Damn. And she back on the nigga Prom stream. That's Secret Bay. Anybody that was around back in the day, nigga, Prime Time had a series, Secret Bay. That was her right there. And they did, bro, listen, man, like, he ran her up through the tube, basically.
Blessed enough to get around other folks, run it up. You met your baby daddy, which is another big streamer.
But damn, though, Prime, if niggas didn't know this, why you saying it? If niggas didn't know, you shouldn't just be saying it like willy-nilly.
YouTuber, cranked them.
Keep it
baby, got around another, you know what I'm saying? You got an OC baby daddy, one of the littest niggas doing it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Duke Dennis.
Wow, bro, Prom, nah, gang. Bro, did she tell you to say that? Did she tell you that this was just news that everybody was gonna know, Prom? Hood, bro, what happened to keeping it hood? Like, bro, what happened, bro? What's going on? Look, the chat is going insane right now. I wish I could read his chat. I wish I could read his chat.
I know, another, you know what I'm saying? You got an OC baby daddy, one of the littest niggas doing it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Duke Dennis. And well, did you tell your fans, right?
No, it's okay.
You tell your fans?
I mean, I don't be just name dropping them, but
clearly nobody knew. Nobody clearly didn't know till now.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
But okay, my bad. I don't know what you said.
That's okay.
But yeah, like, shout out to that. It ain't like you just
You know Duke Dennis is tight. I ain't gonna lie. Duke Dennis is not fucking with Prom. Duke, I already know Duke Dennis is mad about that. Duke, like, bro, this was a secret. This was not even like, bro, this was a secret. And then the way you said it, like, and you done got with one of the littest niggas, ran it up, had a baby with him, like taking advantage of the nigga type shit. And I know Duke Dennis ain't like this.
see bragging about it and goddamn, you ain't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, before he said this, I don't think things is going too crazy viral, but yeah, that was kind of weird. What y'all think about that? Now, this is a girl right here that said that she had the drama at Streaming University.
1,000 people on Instagram. I don't consider everybody that I follow a friend. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's really a stretch. And two,
Shorty right here, she fine, gang. I ain't gonna lie, very attractive girl. And she in some of the skits that I like, the Country Wayne skits, she be acting in them. She can act too. You're 88. 88, what's the word, my guy? 88, what's the word? How we feeling tonight, bro? We finding out, we getting this, the internet is going crazy finding out that Duke Dennis got a baby. Or got babies, baby mamas.
I met her like maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. I haven't heard from this girl or seen this girl in maybe like a year or two. And the simple fact that like she stated she had to DM me, y'all. Do y'all DM y'all friends when y'all have a problem, or you just pick up the phone and call them?
Call them.
Because you would have their phone number, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm just saying. She didn't have my phone number. She had to DM me because I haven't spoken to this girl in a while. And when I met her, she was dating another YouTuber. So when she DM'd me about the situation, I was like...
Duke Dennis from AMP, the ladies' man, the YouTube future.
One, I don't know what the hell you talking about. I don't know who you talking about, because last time...
So baby mama come saying this right here.
At this point, me and her have had very personal conversations. We have been out of town together.
You should name her Chloe for the plot. Like
Chloe? Okay, okay. Her name is Chloe. We've been out of town together. We have had like very personal interactions. Like when I was going through a bunch of stuff, like she knew everything. Like she knows everything like going on. She knows the whole tea, right?
I don't know how many kids he got, bro. He won't say. He just keep going and beating around the bush like, oh, I don't talk about my family. He said he don't got 8.
So why the hell am I seeing this girl with my little shit?
She's with the problem.
She's with the problem. She is with the problem. So I had DM'd her and I'm like, are you cool? Are you okay?
But look, that's true though. Why you had to DM her? You should have had her phone number if that's really your friend. Y'all went out of town together. Why you DMing?
You need that? And she was like, oh my gosh, no, it ain't that, it ain't this, da 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 da. Like
they calling him a deadbeat. That's what they calling him a deadbeat. We don't know. I ain't jacking that, but they calling him a deadbeat type shit. And the shit just came out this weekend. Nobody knew he had kids before now, so that's why it's, you know what I mean, a topic.
So she tried to make me feel like I'm tripping. So an hour after I checked her, why do I see her on my little shit again? So I don't know, I'm crazy. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm kind of crazy. So I DM'd her again because y'all, she knows about him. She's been around me while I've been on FaceTime with him. She knows everything. So for her to be on him is crazy as hell. So I asked her, I'm like, are you okay? Like, do I need to beat you up? Because I swear I be trying to be cool with hoes. And then they turn around and do weird ass stuff. And I've been like thinking about it for the last...
But you've been his secret baby mama. Like, nobody knew this. Before this weekend, nobody even knew this nigga had kids. So you just one of the many baby mamas, allegedly.
However long I've been thinking about it. And I'm like... Do I need to whoop her? Like, I don't know. No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, these girls really don't be my friend because every single time I be cool with a girl, they get around said person and they start, like, acting like they never met me before. And I told him and her, like, what was tea. And then, I don't know. Crazy. Like, immediately chooses violence, right? Immediately I should choose violence because they're like, yes, she's weird, right?
Dang, boy. Do baby mama trying to slide too? Hell nah, but that's how what's going on now. That's some more clips with her, the baby. I'm not gonna post that.
Nigga 88 said, I could see him being a deadbeat dad, can't lie. Nah, I wouldn't think so, bro. Come on, man. That's bad for the brand. And also, too, bro, he got so much bread. Like, the money coming in easily. It's easy. I don't think he no deadbeat. I think these women just probably upset that he not with them, like they single mothers. You know what I mean?
That man baby on here, all right? You guys go ahead and search for that stuff, but he don't want his kids posted. The women posting them, I'm not gonna post it. Like I told y'all, we was gonna come back to this girl, Darcy. Now, she going as far as to try to paint the man as a deadbeat. I don't know the situation, but that's the image she's trying to paint. Peep this real quick.
Duke Dennis, okay, boom. I had a crush on him. Boom, boom, boom. Things like
Bro, she's so weak.
Boom, boom, boom. I got pregnant. He didn't want to be involved. He didn't want nothing to do with it. He didn't care at all. Okay, like, so I had to make a decision as a grown-ass woman, put my big girl panties on. If I keep my baby, I'm probably going to be...
Bro, put it like this. 4 women came out saying that they the baby mama. 4 women came out saying that they a baby mama. So we don't know if any of them got multiple, but he said he don't got 8.
Be doing it by myself. Yeah, like, and I decided to keep my baby. Like, I'm not killing my baby. I'm keeping my baby. I'm gonna raise him right. I'm gonna love on him. He's gonna be happy. He's gonna be healthy. And honestly, like, y'all, I mean, this is not nothing to bash nobody, because I don't do that. I'm sorry that it wasn't like I was dating somebody, I was married. I'm sorry, that's not what it is. This is my life. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want. I will cut off the whole world. I will dead everybody and everything before I ever kill my baby, or before I ever have somebody tell me my baby. My baby's a blessing. My baby's literally the best thing. He's like literally so fucking. He's everything. So even though he do deserve to have. How many kids do I have? I have one son, and his name is Dallas, and he's 2, and he's just my perfect angel. Somebody said, why are you still single, and how is co-parenting going so far? A lot of y'all don't know my situation, but like my child's father is not involved at all. Certain things
What?
Online with me, and it starts saying speaking on it, NDA signed or stuff like that, and it's like, and no.
Oh, she got an NDA. She signed the NDA. Look.
No way. My child's father is not co-parenting going so far. A lot of y'all don't know my situation, but like my child's father is not involved at all. Certain things floating online with me, and it starts saying speaking on it, NDA signed or stuff like that, and it's like, in no way, shape, or form is that the case in my life. Like, I'm not gonna spend my time like tracking no man down, trying to force them to be a father, trying to go to the internet to force them to step up, or like all of that. Like, literally, it just is what it is. For it to be people out here that have kids and that's not their like top priority, or they don't morally, like, I don't know, I just really just be like, my mind be fried about like people that
No funny shit. I'm just asking to ask. How old is Shorty? How old is this girl right here?
like that existed, you know. But oop, you got me. I love my baby, so everything's good though.
Once again, I don't know their situation. That's what they saying. But despite her saying that he's not involved, Duke saying something different without saying it because he don't want to say kids. He says family. Run it back real quick.
Just know though, bro, anybody that's attached to me is well taken care of, bro. You know what I'm saying? That goes for family and friends. I give a homeless man a shirt off my back. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know how that would make you think that I wouldn't do the same for like my own. You feel me? So
alright, so Duke is denying being the deadbeat. I don't know the particulars of the situation, but if a narrative going out there about him,
I'm pretty sure there's a female out there that's saying that his baby's his. In my opinion, this is what I'm not gonna say I'm sure, but this is what I think. There's probably a female out there that's saying that a baby's his that he don't think is his, and he don't claim he haven't gotten proof that that's his baby. So she's just jacking he's a deadbeat dad, while he's jacking that's not my baby. I'm thinking that that's what's going on, because I don't think a rich nigga like Duke Dennis would. I mean, that's really bad for the brand, bro. You A&P, y'all all about the kids. Most of y'all fans is kids, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, yeah, I don't know. That's my opinion, but we're gonna go to the internet. We're gonna search the internet for more.
he came to speak his piece about
See, he's talking financial. That's not the only responsibility. True.
the narrative. I'm sharing his side so he can go ahead and have that out there for him, and y'all can do what y'all want with that information. But hey, though,
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tap in. We're gonna see what else. We're gonna see. You know what I'm saying? The internet. Actually, let me go to Instagram real quick, because Instagram, it was Grand Wizard, I believe. That nigga had posted something. Grand. What was the Duke Dennis shit right here? Oh shit. Oh, she got ass?
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, that's how she caught this nigga slipping. She got ass. Her face is weak, but she got some ass. I know what happened. I know what happened, y'all. I know exactly what happened.
Duke Dennis, okay.
Look, she's thicker than the mother. That's what happened, y'all. Multiple women are coming forward to claim that Duke Dennis got them pregnant and abandoned them after. Alleged baby mama Darcy claims Duke is a deadbeat and is fathering up to 6 children with different women. This is alleged, y'all. Look at this walk, though, gang. Y'all paying attention to where the curse is? She is thick.
Pressure on him.
God.
Things that
That nigga couldn't pull out, bro. That nigga couldn't pull out, gang. He couldn't pull out. He just couldn't pull out. She must not know A&P meant ain't my problem. Nah, chill. Duke Dennis when his baby moms asked him to step up. Nah.
Do Davis got a kid? Not that I know of, bro.
Phantom seemingly confirms the rumors today on stream that no A&P member has a kid except for Duke Dennis.
Well, he a father?
Bro, the man's like 30 something. He's a grown man. And he a country nigga, bro. I knew he had some kids. Country niggas be having kids at like 14.
Davis got a kid? Sure. Shout out to Davis. I didn't know he had a kid. All y'all hiding kids, even Kai. Don't got no kids. Nah, we don't got no gist chat. I ain't gonna lie. Only person I know who's the dad is my son Duke. But besides that, I don't think Davis got kids. Do Davis got a kid?
Yeah, he just confirmed it. Definitely got kids. This is apparently AI. Like I said, this is AI.
Yes, people keep asking me, am I one?
Nah, this is one of Duke Dennis' baby moms. This is one of Duke Dennis' alleged baby mamas, and I hope this is not, because she's chopped as fuck. She is chopped.
One of Duke Dennis' baby mamas. Yes, I am.
Damn.
Shit, since everything's come to light, yes, I'm one of them. It's crazy because it's like, I want to be known for me, being me, but not having a kid with Duke Dennis. Like, that's just...
Oh, you're about to be known for having a kid with Duke Dennis. How you look, you're going to be known. I'm pretty sure the Shade Room picked this up already.
Crazy work, you know what I mean? Like, I put in a lot of work for my fucking followers, you feel me?
Stop.
So, now I'm going to be noticed, oh, that's Duke Dennis' baby
Shorty, you look like you could be Duke Dennis' aunt, and he's a grown man.
mama. That's Duke Dennis' baby mama. Like, okay, shit. Damn, every time I turn around, like, everybody keep asking me for my autograph. Like, I'm famous and stuff. I'm not famous yet.
Bro, hell nah. What? Every time I turn around, people keep asking for my autograph. For what? Because Duke Dennis accidentally, allegedly, bust one of you? That's crazy.
Because everybody just know me for him.
That's crazy.
What about me? I'm funny. Shit, I'm likable.
You right. No one knew she had Duke's kids, so she didn't clout chase, right? That's true. She definitely letting it be known now when everybody else letting it be known. Why let it be known now? Because everybody else letting it be known now. But I guess it is what it is.
And his baby mamas. Yes, I am. Shit, since everything's come to light, yes, I'm one of them.
I'm one of them.
It's crazy because it's like, I want to be known for me, being me, but not having a kid with Duke Dennis. Like, that's just crazy work, you know what I mean? Like, I put in a lot of work for my fucking followers, you feel me? So now I'm gonna be noticed, oh, that's Duke Dennis' baby mama. That's Duke Dennis' baby mama. Like, okay, shit. Damn, every time I turn around, like, everybody keep asking me for my autograph. Like, I'm famous and stuff. I'm not famous yet because everybody just know me for him.
Bro, you think they asking for an autograph? Keep it on the 88. You think they asking for an autograph?
What about me? I'm funny. Shit, I'm likable. God dang, I'm so tired of everybody. Oh, Duke Dennis, man. Fuck that nigga.
What? Okay. Duke Dennis after abandoning his 6 family. Nah. No. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Kids, man. Fuck them kids, man. My baby mama keep asking me about this. Oh my god, that's kids, man.
Nah, they doing Duke Dennis dirty. Shout out to Grand. Hold on, let's see what else. Damn, bro. I don't know, man. Duke Dennis, bro. They try. This is what they trying to say. Shout out to Duke though. Let's see what else we get. Duke Dennis, 8 kids.
So it's been a very, very spicy year for internet sensation and streamer Duke Dennis. Today, a new woman has come out and said that he has gotten her pregnant and is a deadbeat dad. So word on the street, Duke Dennis is a deadbeat dad. After years of Duke Dennis denying he has children, one of his alleged baby mamas, a woman named Darcy, confirms she shares his son with the streamer and claims he's not involved in the child's life at all. In a previous video, Darcy states that the father was not around at all.
Charmaine, what's the word, girlie? How you feeling tonight? 88, my bad. I don't know if I hit the bell for you. Let me hit it. She said, Charmaine said, follow his famous autograph. What the hell? Girl, we don't know you. Fab, we don't know her ass.
And there are now 5 to 7 women who are rumored to have children by Duke, with one allegedly in jail for murder.
What?
That's crazy.
I don't even believe that. Nigga said one of his baby mamas is in jail for murder. I don't believe that.
Look, so she posted to her Instagram and she said, yes, I have a son by Duke Dennis. Life goes on though. Don't want to keep talking about it. Don't want people in my business for real. But my son exists and he is very much his son. So that's what this girl posted. Then she posted this. Basically, it was a video of her just saying that. Those of all of the women that Duke Dennis.
Nah. Niggas got a collage.
So,
bro, they got a collage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So allegedly 6 baby mamas. Which one's the baddest? Which one's the baddest? The one right here, right next to him is kind of cute. This one right here, pretty. She's pretty. She's pretty. I ain't gonna lie. The one right next to him right here, pretty. Even the one right here, this one's kind of pretty too. This one, mad makeup. But under the makeup, hopefully she pretty, but mad makeup. This is the one that we just talked about, decent. Where the other one from the video? Where the one with the video that I don't see her in here.
Supposedly he has 7 to 8 baby mamas.
In jail for murder? Y'all believe that?
And 7 kids. Oh, bro. Number 1, that's her. Number 2, supposedly right here, she is in jail for murder, allegedly.
She look like she'll go to jail for murder. Nah, so who taking care of the baby? I guess Duke and the family?
We got Jazzy, we got KJ Blash, we got it's Darcy girl, just Callie, and call her Tati. Oh, like all these women are now just mad at him. And he's just going crazy. But it's so interesting.
He's going crazy.
Because all the women are just...
Nah, if this is true, he was going crazy out there. Like, that nigga do not like rubbers. My son is allergic to rubbers. Yo, my boy going crazy running through him.
It's going crazy.
Allegedly.
Duke Dennis, and none of them knew that he had all these babies. But like I said, Duke Dennis has been having a very spicy year this year. He was on stream with India Love and going back and forth with DDG at Kaiser Streamers University.
Damn, you think all of that attention on him being all on India Love and all of that stuff like that made the baby mamas want to come out and just talk about him because they see him being talked about? I mean, he been being talked about though. Let's be honest.
And he was getting all the love. Check this out.
All right, bet. All right, bet. That ball.
Yeah, I'm too grown for that. You too grown for that.
Absolutely.
For sure. So
yeah. I just told everybody I'm not his ball. I said it 10 times.
Oh.
I made it very clear on a lot of channels. Like everything I needed to like clear the air, I cleared that shit.
I'm way too grown to be even using it.
Nigga, where's my ball? Where's my ball?
So I'm not gonna lie. Duke Dennis been going crazy on the internet, and all the women are loving him. But that might be one of the main reasons why this happened in the club yesterday. A woman approaches Jay Cinco at a pool party and says someone paid $10,000 to have Duke Dennis stabbed. What?
Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am. Some shit else. Wait. When we took the interview, yeah.
It's a guy on the left side. He got on some green pants.
Yeah.
He said supposedly they came and took $1,000 to slap the things. I'm just FYI.
Wait, hold on. You said who? You said it's where? You said where?
I'm telling police on the back side of the club. He has some green sweatpants and he said
Some green sweatpants said that they got paid 10 bands to poke Duke.
supposedly somebody paid him a stack $10,000 to slap Duke Dennis. So I'm just giving you a heads up and I'm telling police because I know these guys.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you. What the hell?
What the helly? Yeah, that's crazy.
That is
wild. So,
that's wild.
You know what that sounds like? It sounds.
I don't know. That's wild though. But yeah, man. I don't know, man. What y'all think? Let me know in the comments, gang. We gotta let's see what's going on, man. Let's see. Casanet and Duke Dennis reunite. They're not gonna talk about the baby. They're not gonna talk about the kids. That's what we know they're not gonna do. Let's see what the Shade Room talk about. Did the Shade Room post this? Oh, wait, that's TMZ. My bad. Let's see if the Shade Room posted it, because you know how the Shade Room comments get. Let's see. Oh, they might not have posted it. Duke must have a real good relationship with these people over here at the Shade Room. Nah, they didn't post it. They didn't post it, gang. Alright, he's safe from Shade Room so far. Once Shade Room get a hold of it, bro, it's no going back. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Shade Room ain't got it. Once Shade Room get a hold of it, it's no going back. But he be alright. If they ain't on him yet, they must think it's kind of cap. They must think some of it's cap. Alright. Boom. Let's see what we got. Let's see what topics we got lined up. We got a Brandon Buckingham video inside New York City. He pulled up on Cortland Ave. He pulled up on Portland. You might have to watch that, tap in. It's New York City, you know what I'm saying? They the other side though, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I'm from Patterson, that's Yorkland, but it's all good. We all grown. Cops hunt down 16-year-old mass shooter. Well, we might gotta get to that now. Yeah, let's get to that one. Let's get to that now real quick. Is it long? I will get to that later. We'll get to that later. Let's see what's up with Poetic Jala gets torched for being a pathological liar. What's this?
Okay.
Shout out to Jala.
So for this video, I want to talk to you guys about Poetic Minyango Jala Tokpa.
Frederick Jala is my real name.
Because he is completely out of control. And you're going to see exactly what I mean in the following video. This is going to be an excellent video. Jala is absolutely going to be devastated by this video. And you guys are all going to absolutely love it. You guys are going to enjoy it, I promise. Wait till you see what I've got. This is absolutely insane. We're going to start here with our first clip. This is Poetic Jala. And he's going to be on No Jumper News smelling like he's got dead animals in his pockets.
What? The 88 said he still think he a deadbeat.
And he's going to get called out by Junkie Josh for basically doing exactly what I said he did, which was orchestrate and facilitate Dodson's firement. And so Josh confirms that I was correct, and this is the first clip. Let's go to this first clip.
They cannot reshape the narrative. When I was the one who told them this is not a good idea, something bad is going to happen when you put these two dudes
totally respect
in a room.
you assessing the situation.
Yeah, so I was trying to save suspect.
Now over the phone.
He's on Brandon's side. He's been trying to get suspect out for a minute.
Whoa. I said that.
I'm neutral in this situation.
I've seen it. Say that you're siding with Brandon. That's his name, Brandon, right?
He brought Brandon in.
Again.
So Junkie Josh says,
who's shorty right here? Who's shorty right here with the black hair? I can tell she got a bubble from sitting down.
With Brandon. That's his name, Brandon, right?
He brought Brandon in.
Again.
So
big ass lips. She cute though.
But Junkie Josh says he's on Brandon's side. He was trying to get suspect out for a minute. What? And Jala's sitting there like, wait though. So I was actually spot on with that assessment. Okay, so I want to move on to this next part because this suspect.
He sounded like him.
What? And Jala's sitting there like, wait though. So I was actually spot on with that assessment. Okay, so I want to move on to this next part because this is where things start getting spicy. This is where the temperature in the room starts to go up a little bit, and this is where Remo calls out Jala for culture vulturism because Jala makes clickbaity titles on his YouTube videos that seemingly are disrespecting and trying to instigate problems with LA gangs, and this is quite serious.
Because you're the one that's antagonized it with your
how?
Because you made a video saying that this is gonna start a LA gang war.
So let me just explain what Remo's talking about. So Almighty Dodson and Brendan don't like each other because Brendan got Dodson fired. And so Brendan called out Dodson for a fade and said, let's meet up at the Marathon Burger in Venice Beach at the grand opening and we'll squabble.
He just walked up to me right now, right? And he said, bro, the nigga was up here, the nigga Brandon was up here acting like he was ready to give you a fade, right? As soon as you was, cause I was posting videos of me walking down the boardwalk, you feel me, saying I was on the way. They started telling that nigga, like, look, he making videos walking down the boardwalk. He said both them niggas got up out of here immediately.
Take over.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, I don't got no dog in the fight, Fat Cuz. I told you he was on his way.
Fat Cuz.
You ran.
Thank you.
I showed you the DM. You said you was gonna stay. Call him. Where he at? Cuz came.
And so Dodson and Brendan showed up to the Marathon Burger at like different times on different sides of the fucking, I mean, it was just both, neither one of them wanted to fight each other. They were both very cowardly. What? And so Jala wanted to make a video about this, but it was too boring of a situation. So he clickbaited and titled it, No Jumper has officially started an LA gang war. And this type of clickbaiting is so disrespectful, especially when you're using No Jumper as like part of the clickbait. So he's using No Jumper and LA gangs to sort of conjure up money and views and engagement for himself. And this is called culture vulturism. And he's being called out by this viciously by his co-hosts here. And to be quite honest, I'm wondering how the 16 feels about Jolly using his brand No Jumper to like create disingenuous titles to get money for himself. I just really am wondering how that makes him feel. Now this next clip is going to be Jala trying to justify his actions, and wait until you hear how stupid this is. Watch this.
Fire. I pushed back on that narrative because I didn't say it's going to. Going to means I'm instigating.
Oh, you said it can start an LA gang war.
Going to is instigate. It has, meaning it's already here. I'm just covering it. Like, I'm just reacting to what is going on.
Right now.
So Jala says that the title's completely appropriate because the gang war supposedly already started, and he's not instigating a gang war. It's already started, and he's just covering it as a civilian reporter of the news. This is insane.
Go into is instigate. It has, meaning it's already here. I'm just covering it.
So one of Jala's favorite things to do is instigate violence in the streets of LA, and I've got proof of this. These titles are instigatory according to Jala's definition. What? He says, if it's already started, if the gang beef has already started, then I'm just covering it. Well, what are these titles then? What are these titles? He is literally using LA gang culture to create views for himself so people will click on his videos. And he's doing this without shame. And he's not interested in gang culture in LA. He hates gang culture. He thinks all gang members in LA are goofs. And I have actual physical proof of that. Watch this.
These street dudes been telling on each other since the 70s, bruh. I'll be real. 99.9% of them are rats. So yeah, a street dude being exposed as a rat ain't no surprise, bruh. 99.9% of them are rats. And I'll be real. The only reason why I ain't meet 100% of street dudes, bruh. But 99.9% are rats, right?
But all the ones you met is rats. Is basically what you're saying. All the ones you met is rats. That's what he's saying.
They will tell on you. They don't got no morals, no principles, no code of conduct. Cut it out, bro.
So Fred Jala actually hates and despises every gang member that Jala's met, he says is a rat. What? That's fucking crazy.
Right.
So in this next clip I'm going to show you, Jala is going to present his reasoning behind why he's calling this an LA gang war, this fade between two people that aren't even in a gang. He says that this is a gang war because they were gang members standing around at the time, meaning that was, this is really crazy.
Brandon is from a gang. The other person Brandon was with, apparently a gangbanger. And then suspect is pulling up, trying to engage, locating two active gangbangers. So if suspect is pulling up, hunting down two...
Since when is Brandon like this gangbanger? And Rich Trapper, that's what he talking about without talking about? I guess he is a gang member, but he don't be on that gang. He ain't repping the gang while he going at niggas. He just going at niggas. And suspect not a gang member. So where this gang war came from?
2 active gang members. Well, nigga, that's a gang war, nigga, right? Like, y'all are engaged in street conflict with gangs.
So what's going on here is Jala believes that he's smarter than everyone in the room and he's just going to manipulate and gaslight everyone. I mean, what he's saying is that if a gang member fights a non-gang member and then there's other gang members who are not even in the same gang are standing around watching,
I don't got no dog in the fight, fat girl. I told you he was on his way. And you
then that's an LA gang war. That's fucking insane.
Gang war is kind of crazy. And honestly, I didn't know that the other dude...
Suspect had gang members with him. Those 2 dudes are gang members. Like, what are y'all talking about here, bro?
Now, this is important. So listen to how Jala's talking to everyone in the room. He's talking to everyone like they're fucking idiots and how he's above them. He knows more than them about Los Angeles gangs. He knows everything. And the people in this room are starting to get mad. And we're going to start seeing the temperature in the room start to rise a little bit. This is going to be Remo. And he's going to be calling out Jala straight to his face about how Jala tries to, like, gatekeep people's name getting mentioned because he doesn't want to give them clout. And Remo's like, no, that's not how it works. You don't run shit here. And this is really interesting. Watch this.
Suspect told the other person, nigga, stay right there. I'm coming for you too. Right?
Oh, so there's someone who?
Don't. I'm not giving that bitch ass like clout chaser no thing.
Oh, so Rich Trapper?
Yo, bro. But y'all love to give niggas clout for some reason.
Bro, you making videos about nigga, and then now it's like, bro.
But what is wrong with y'all? Like why are y'all
making videos about niggas?
And then you're talking about him and not referencing him, which creates way more interest.
Bro, if you would have never...
You're doing this.
You're alluding to him, I'm guessing. And
have you watched the video?
Nah.
But y'all love giving niggas like these like free shout outs and
nah,
clout.
you just don't want us to give shout outs to niggas you got beef with, and that's not how this shit work, nigga. You don't run this shit.
Shout out
no.
Cause you beefing with a nigga, we supposed to just like,
but the same nigga
not referencing.
We are talking about who Brandon.
You're talking about them.
How?
You said he brought up 2 gang members, and
Stop playing stupid.
You highlighted that he had 2 gang members.
Whoa, so Junkie Josh seems to have a little bit of that opiate rage, doesn't he? It's like, don't fuck it. Wait, what'd he say? Stop playing stupid. What? Fucking Josh needs to settle down. God. So Jala's actually getting everyone very upset, including me, by the way. I'm getting kind of upset just watching.
Gang members, and
Stop playing stupid.
You highlighted that he had 2 gang members though.
How though?
Hey, but did you highlight that he had 2 gang members?
Y'all are obsessed. Y'all are obsessed with saying these niggas' names.
Hey,
I don't
Josh
know why.
finna snap on this nigga. Nah, hold on.
So apparently Jala doesn't want anyone to know who Rich Trapper is. And Rich Trapper, of course, is the guy that does the Trap News Network. He is a blogger. He does a YouTube channel. He's an insider with Los Angeles. There's no reason why he should be blackballed other than Jala doesn't like him. And you guys are getting ready to hear exactly why Jala doesn't like him. And you're going to hear it from Jala's fucking mouth. Watch this.
To this extent.
Show it, nigga. Like, you think you like exposed or something? Put the messages up. Open the message.
You are literally rolling around giddy over this.
You see, hey folks, hey bro, you see, again.
Yo, what the hell?
Rolling around giddy over this.
You see, hey.
Yo, nah, not the residue from a rubbing it out. He rubbed it out and left some residue on his sweater. This nigga point and shoot be paying attention.
Folks, hey, bro, again.
Yes, everyone.
Again, folks.
Everyone has seen
I'm
how big of a liar you are.
Every lie will go unchecked.
Yes, you're lying.
No lie will go unchecked.
Flocko, what's your issue with him?
And he called me a sex offender. He lied about me having a rape case. What else? So we just.
What's your issues with him?
He lied about me being a sex offender.
Look at him.
So we just.
Look at him.
What's your issues with him?
Yo.
He lied about me being a sex offender.
No, you said that there's more. What else?
Yeah, the case shit, he lied. Bro, listen, bro.
Okay, you just repeated the same 2 things. What else?
Those aren't enough to me.
So that's your issue with him?
Yeah.
So, okay.
No.
So why was that so hard for you to say?
What?
Why was that so hard for you to say?
No, I'm saying I don't care. Right?
No.
Yo, the fact that Flocko makes a good living off of speaking and he can't speak is crazy.
No,
you definitely care.
You definitely care.
You definitely care.
Wait,
I couldn't
no
name
lie
drop
will go
him.
unchecked. There's the Flocko method.
No lie
will be unchecked. You care.
Stay on his ass, Josh.
You care, Flocko.
Stay on his ass, Josh.
So Josh is just
Yo.
creating a new asshole.
This
Stay on his
shit
ass.
is
No lie
crazy. Look at this shit.
There's the Flocko method.
No lie
will be unchecked. You care.
Stay on his ass, Josh.
You care, Flocko.
Stay on his ass, Josh.
So Josh is just
Yo. That shit is crazy, bro. It's so hard for him to get shit out. His lips is doing it, but his mouth won't say it.
Creating a new asshole for Jala. What? He's just really slicing, dicing him up, and Jala's just getting destroyed by this New Hampshire sass god. And as you can see, Jala is absolutely malfunctioning. He doesn't know what to say. He's getting destroyed. And I want to explain what he's talking about. So Jala is saying that he doesn't like Rich Trapper, and he wants to blackball Rich Trapper because Rich Trapper called him a offender, and that's actually not true. What really happened was Rich Trapper, along with many other people on the internet, got Jala mixed up with his brother, who is a sex offender allegedly. What? And so what was going on was Jala has this brother that is described in court documents, and it sounds just like Jala. It sounds just like Fred Jala. But it's his brother, but Jala denied having a brother forever. So people were like, well, if he doesn't have a brother, and this is literally a description of Jala, this, something's going on here maybe. And so this is what people thought. People all over the internet thought that Jala may have been hiding a case, and that's why he lied about being from North Dakota. And this was
North Dakota.
Widely speculated. This was not just Rich Trapper making something up to destroy Jala's character. This was a narrative that was going around very prevalently in the Reddits, in the Discords, everywhere. And so what happened was the 16 of Nashua called his friend 1090 Steaks to look into Jala and look into his background and see if he was an SO.
The best say, yo, why 1090 Jake had a whole bunch of information on Flocka one day that he was gonna expose and shit. So I think
me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wait. Pause.
They laughing at his
Thank
ass.
you so much, Brian.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you for opening up, because again, I'm correcting all lies on this podcast now, okay?
Go to the video.
So this young lady's being a total sweetheart here. She's not complaining at all for having to sit with this Jala, smelling him, listening to him. And so she turns to Icon, who she came with, and she motions with her head. She's like, let's get the fuck out of here. Fuck No Jumper.
What? You opened up the rabbit hole. Let's go down the rabbit hole.
Let's go.
We're gonna be here for like 3 hours.
Let's do it.
When I got to No Jumper, No Jumper told 1090 Jake.
So how's the 16 supposed to prey on these young women if Jala's chasing them away with his stench and his mouth? And so this is insane.
When I got to No Jumper told 1090 Jake to do investigation on me, right?
Who did?
No Jumper did.
Who the fuck is No Jumper?
I don't know.
No Jumper.
He told No Jumper after doing this full-on research on me, oh, bro, there ain't shit here. But somehow he told you that he found crazy dirt on me and he was about to drop it. He did his full-on investigation and found out, yeah, bro, and he's not David Jala. This shit is all lies and cap. But you're saying that, because again, y'all talk a lot.
Like 2 years ago when we talked about this shit, and I remember 2 years ago.
And that's what I'm talking about, though.
And he said that he did look into you and he found some shit about some guy named Jala. And I guess
cut it.
Wherever the fuck David Jala is,
you feel me?
That's your brother?
Getting right. David, wait, pause, right?
Wherever the fuck that is.
No, pause. Well, like stepbrother, right? But again, that's
your brother. Y'all got the same last name.
Again, if he told niggas that he got dirt on me, he's a fucking liar. Feel me? And again, if fuck this nigga, if he's telling niggas that he got dirt on me, that's a fucking lie.
So I want to explain what's going on. So Jala has a very shady past. He started his internet career by being an online stalker and doxist for the Dr. Umar sector. What? He used to harass people, dox people, make up rumors about people, pretend to be gay, and just solicit people on Craigslist.
Why don't you want to acknowledge the good guys? Because of the RICO? Because of Catherine Brown?
I don't know what the good guys is, but I do know.
You remember Speakeasy? You remember Speakeasy, Flacco?
Yo, I remember Speakeasy. That's my nigga.
No. You have to be very smart to
That's average though.
To hire gay niggas off of Craigslist and stuff.
Yo, bro, I heard that bullshit.
They be wanted for the FBI.
Yo,
bro.
I heard.
And then spoof people's numbers and create lies about people in order to serve Dr. Umar's agenda. And so this caused Jala to develop quite a large digital footprint, and people were able to look into his...
Damn, the nigga hired a gay dude off Craigslist to act like he was dating somebody so he could say that person was gay. Wow.
Past and find his name and everything else. So people were Googling his name and they came across this David Jala, who has a R-word case out of the state of Ohio. And so people found this, and Jala always denied having a brother, so they were thinking well, if he doesn't have a brother, then this has to be him, right? And so this was a rumor that was going around, and Jala wouldn't dispel the rumor. He wouldn't come out and address it. He would just ignore it and hope that it went away, and this caused even more suspicion to surround his name. Because any normal person that it wasn't them, they would come out and say, no, this is actually unfortunately my brother. I'm very ashamed of him. I've disowned him, but that's not me. I just want to make that clear. I want people to understand that that's not me. Jala never did that. He went like years without doing that. And the rumors just kept snowballing and, you know, developing into something much larger. And Jala was very stupid for that, but you can't blame people for speculating and coming up with theories based on hard evidence that they're finding on the internet. Now, Jala would use this rumor against anyone who discussed this rumor, and he would basically make out the people discussing the rumor as accusers, like they were attacking his character, accusing him of something that they know wasn't true. He's done this to every single person he's ever had beef with. And so I want to show you this clip of him accusing Lush of making up a rumor about him, and this is when he called out Lush for
I got a last name, bro, and we are very prideful people, dog. Like, my last name, I would die for that, bro. You feel me? Like, I would lay that shit out and crash out for my last name, dog. So when I see niggas saying that I have an open case, and
Yo, he didn't stutter not once.
then implying that it's something of nature, dog, I can't let that go, Lush. You feel me? Lush told niggas that I had an open case out and insinuating that it's something sexual of nature. Now, I cannot tolerate that. And as a man, dog, I need that fade outside, yo.
This nigga fuck with his act.
So this exact clip, this exact interaction back in the day is what caused me to become aware of the situation with this rumor. So I looked into the rumor myself and decided that, you know, I wanted to explain to the audience what Jala is talking about here. So I did actually talk about this pre-existing rumor in one of my videos. In a very small portion of the video I talked about it. I was like, you know, Jala keeps lying and lying and lying. And so when these rumors pop up, they can't really, you know.
He said, I need my fade, dog.
They think that this may be the reason why he's lying so much. He's trying to hide the truth. And it was because I talked about this very alarming rumor in one of my videos. This is what gave Jala the justification to send me copyright strikes. What? Because he said that I was calling him a sex offender and a rapist and everything else. Look at this.
You're the majority. Point and shoot is original content. How do you feel about that?
Bro, listen, but bro, enjoy that content, bro. That's your right? I'm just saying, bro, you don't have the right to call me a sex offender and put my face on paperwork and blast it, knowing that's not me and knowing that's not my name, but you are implying and trying to get people to think that is me, right? Again, it'll be different if he genuinely didn't know. Yeah, once you go like that far, nigga, it's fuck you for life.
So you saying like it's past content?
Now I feel him like don't play like that. Don't call me no weird shit. I understand what he's saying though. I ain't even mad at him for his take on that. Like don't call me no weird shit. But I don't know if that's what he said, what he actually did.
He's trying to ruin your name. He's trying to ruin your name in this shit.
So I want you guys to understand what Jala did. So Jala sent my channel a copyright strike for copyright infringement for some clip that I used that has nothing to do with this. And he's justifying sending me a false copyright strike because he didn't like what I was saying about him. What? That's not allowed. You can't use copyright strikes because of defamation issues or anything like that. It can only be used if you have a good faith belief that copyright infringement is going on.
But I can't talk because I already know people right now is in the comment section commenting, hey, Flacco, you filed copyright strike. Yeah, my copyright strike was a little different, all right? The dude was taking a significant portion of my content, by the way, putting it on his Patreon behind a paywall.
So I do have footage of Jala and some girl and they're kissing and they're doing all bunch of crazy stuff and it's on Patreon right now for free. You can just go to Patreon and just scroll down and view it for free. There's no charge.
What? Charging people to view my content. And then the dude was also putting in his videos, he lied about me being on a registry, lied about me having a felony. Dude said that I was like S offender, which is not true at all. I've never been to prison. I've never done anything nasty in my life whatsoever. And then the dude would show like fake paperwork that he concocted himself.
So everything that you just heard out of Jala's mouth was a straight up lie. What? I never called him a sex offender. I never said that he was an R-wordist. I never said that he was on a registry. I've never even said the word registry in my fucking life. What? You know, Jala's just making all this up because he's trying to justify his actions. He's trying to, he was facing a lot of backlash for sending those strikes to dox me. So now he's just trying to justify it by saying that he was defaming my character. I never said any of that. And I want to show you a clip of the video he's talking about, and I want you guys to decide if you think I'm going out of my way to try to convince everyone that he's a racist. People are thinking that this could be Flock, though. His last name's Jala. He's from Liberia. He stutters when he gets stressed out. I mean, this stuff is all pretty consistent, I think. And so it's all really interesting. And so a lot of people looked at this And they made the connection, and they were thinking maybe this is why Flacco lies about everything. This is why he's trying to erase his past. This is why he says that he's from North Dakota, even though he's from Darby, Pennsylvania. And so it was all clicking. It was all starting to make sense. And so Lush was made aware of this document on the internet from the Reddit and the Discords, and he may or may not have even Lush never made an accusation against Flacco. He was just saying that this document exists. That's all he said. That's all anyone said. No one even said it was for sure him. They just wondered if it was him because of all the similarities, okay? It's very simple. But Flacco wanted to pin this on Lush as the reason he wanted to fight him, because he wanted Lush to seem like Lush was over the line and like making crazy accusations that could eliminate his character. And so this is what Jala does. When Lush exposed Jala for lying about his past, he came at Lush with, "You're calling me a sex offender." And this is what he did with Rich Trapper and me and everybody else that he doesn't like. What he's trying to do is he's trying to defame our character. What? He's making up lies about us, saying that we did this and I never called him a sex offender. I was just describing why people may have thought he was, and it was a valid opinion, it was a valid thought, So this is what Jala did to me, and this is why he's going around telling everyone that I'm a defamer of him, and this is why he sent me false copyright strikes. So don't be mad at Jala for sending false copyright strikes. He was being defamed. He had no choice
whatsoever. And then the dude would show like fake paperwork that he concocted himself to prove that I was a S offender.
Okay, so why is Jala defaming my character? I mean, this is crazy. So that paperwork I showed was directly from the Reddit, and I described in the video that this is from Reddit, and it's still in the Reddit. I mean, it's just, Jala is a pathological liar.
So once you see somebody lying to that extent, deliberately trying to destroy you and banking on the public's ignorance of not really, having to do their research to find out, this was fake paperwork, this is not Flacco, this is all a lie, I have to take action. Feel me? So I took action how I seen fit. Now, are the copyright strikes false? No, they're not. Do I care if they are? I don't. My goal isn't a copyright strike. My goal is something much larger, and this is just the first step. Getting your identity by forcing you out of your rabbit hole with this copyright strike.
So what you're seeing is Jala's actually going out of his way to try to paint me as like this evil person that maliciously attacked him with lies that I knew were false in order to destroy his character. And this was his way of justifying sending me false copyright strikes to get my information so that he could dox my family.
Are you going to take it a full weight and sue him for a copyright? No. So what I said was, I'm not taking it the full weight. I'm good enough by just having his name, his address, his number. I'm good enough with just identifying who this person is. So hence, if they make lies about me and in the future, I now have your information, and we can handle it the right way. But once people begin to finish, he called you a sex offender here.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I know that.
Oh, where?
So no one knew that because it wasn't true. I never called him a sex offender. He made that up. He completely made it up. And this is what he's accusing everyone else of doing to him. He says that I made up that he's a sex offender. He says Rich Trapper made up that he's a sex offender. He says Lush won the cocaine bot. I mean, it's just, it's never ending, the lies. And this is why he's known as a liar.
I said I addressed it, and then y'all quickly pivoted to who cares.
Well, everyone in the group chat or in the chat calling you a liar, so.
It's offensive. I don't care, right?
So the girls have had enough, actually, and so they're just going to get up and walk off the fucking show because of Jala.
We're be here for like 3 hours.
When I got to know Jumper, said it, and on the little Patreon shit,
this week sometime.
They did that. No Jumper told him to investigate Flacco, and he did a full-on investigation.
He ran
and came back and told them. Oh,
Flacco ran the women out of there.
I mean, I don't see shit here.
Yeah, so who in their right mind would want to sit in that stank ass room listening to this stank ass blogger just spew all these lies and just, I really don't blame them for leaving. And so they left. And I just think it's so interesting that there's so many people that single-handedly made up lies about Jala. First, it was 1090 Jake's making up lies about him. He's lying about him. He's lying. And then it was Lush won the cocaine bot. He's lying. He's making up lies. I got my last name, dog. I need to fade outside. And then it's Point and Shoot made up all these lies and created fake paperwork and all this stuff. And now it's Rich Trapper and 17,000 other people. What? So Jala is a pathological liar, and this is his way out of everything. He called me a racist. That's why I do what I do. That's why I'm such a terrible person, is because people make up lies about. That's his thing. That's his thing. And so now that the guests have left and the show is ruined, the 16 of Nashua comes into this room with this funny ass build, and he starts to shit on the GDs and Larry Hoover and say that 1090 Jake was right. And Jala goes on to say that all people in the streets, all gang members, have mental illness.
Again, it's still retarded, but like, I feel like that's like their logic, right? He's like their god.
And based on that article, it would appear that he definitely did tell.
The new excuse now for snitching is the
Bro, Adam don't know shit. Like, what do we? Adam literally got this big ass platform, and he will come on here and not fact check shit. The nigga 1090 Jake read off an old ass newspaper from the 70s. Was the newspapers not just lying and saying whatever the fuck for headlines? Racist as well back then? Come on. Adam don't care. He just, listen, man, he don't, minimal effort.
police be lying. So if like there's no interrogation footage or me writing a sworn statement or me coming to court, then it's the police word versus my word.
Give me a reason why 1090 Jake is under fire.
Well, one is this, like people, again, man, when dealing with street dudes, I feel like rationality isn't really like a thing, right? They're irrational, they're emotional, you know, these dudes are unhinged, right, and mentally ill, which is, again, it takes some form of a mental illness to say, yo, I'm about to join a gang and throw my entire life away, right?
So Jala says every gang member, every street dude that he knows is mentally ill. What? I think it's mental illness to go around lying about where you're from.
Like, how do these niggas still hang around this nigga and not feel offended by what he's saying when he talk about them?
Where you grew up, how tall you are, how fat you are, how much you don't stink. And I think it takes a level of mental illness to send some female that won't touch you 6 figures for no reason to call herself your girlfriend. What? That's mental illness to me. Now, I do have to go. I've got some prior engagements, but I thank you guys for watching. Join the Patreon if you want tons.
Man, goddamn. Yeah, Flacco be having some issues, man. Shout out to Flacco, though. He be working hard. That's what he do. That's what I can say positive about Flacco. That boy be working hard. But, there you go. If I saw an old picture of Flacco on his page, nigga was like bro, he had to weigh like 110. How did Flacco put on all this weight? That shit is crazy. I was this cops hunt down 16-year-old mass shooter. Let's see, before we get to that, let's see what's on the homepage. See if there's any news. Duke Dennis response to having 8 kids. Mac Muller's gun collection. Oh, I like guns. I might gotta watch that. Cardi B takes it too far with Offset. Oh, I did hear about that. Let's see. Cardi B. Offset mad at Cardi B right now because she did his hair like the Stephon Diggs nigga. Let's see. Let's tap in real quick what the nigga said.
The internet is a crazy, crazy place, man. I want to show y'all how I look trolling with my kid ends bad. Now me.
Offset mad as hell right now. Damn, I ain't want to hear him just talk. I'm trying to see a video on it. Let's see. Cardi B, Offset goes off about his kids. Alright, we go. Offset goes off after son gets his son got the same hairstylist as Stephon Diggs.
This is why a man has to be very selective when it comes to choosing the right woman to have kids with, bro. Because if you have kids with the wrong woman, you could end up in a situation like this. Back and forth with that bird, bro. This right here is wild. And Offset did respond to this. Somebody died.
Nigga, Offset went crazy. And I ain't gonna lie. Offset must have been so pissed when he saw that nigga. When he saw his son's hair, bro. Now, when somebody died for playing with my son, then call me to crash out. I don't care how I look trolling with my kid, and it's bad. Nah, Offset went off, bro, and I don't even blame him. Offset sends a warning before deactivating his social media accounts. Bro, I don't even blame him. Like, y'all playing with that man, gang. You gotta not play with that
So
man.
this has been a very entertaining week in hip-hop. Boyfriend Stephen Diggs.
Nah, she really Cardi B. That's not cool, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's not cool. In my opinion. I know some women gonna say, so what? It's just a haircut. La 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 la. You know what I'm saying? I know some people gonna say that, but yeah, it's just a haircut, but that's disrespectful. Like, come on, man. Why?
And it was not.
Why? I know y'all beefing and all that, but why? Like, why do it? You know what I mean? It's called co-parenting, I guess. Nah, man. That's annoying. That's whack, though. Like, don't involve the baby in this shit. Like, the baby don't want to dress like that, nigga. All right, let's tap in. Cops discover entire murderer. Excuse me. Sorry. Cops discover entire murder caught on camera. Let's go.
Would like to turn myself in because I'm very mentally unstable.
Okay. And what's going on there?
I murdered my girlfriend. You'll need to use forceful entry to get into the house.
Police! Yep, she's dead. She's right here. We got her.
And then I just lost control. It was almost like something else, like, possessed me. I got to spend time with the vessel that was Shannon, and I got to absorb her spirit.
Yo, what is going on with people? Man, people killing people and then laying with them and enjoying their corpse.
She said everything else, like,
the vessel
possessed me. I got to spend time with the vessel that was Shannon, and I got
the vessel that was Shannon. That's crazy.
To absorb her spirit. She said, "Are you kidding me? What the Chance? Stop. Wait, please stop. I'm dying. I love you. I love you." And then she didn't speak another word.
This is 27-year-old Chance Donahoe, who only hours earlier confessed to savagely murdering his ex-girlfriend in her Columbus home. But as investigators soon learn, violence was only part of a far more disturbing story, one fueled by control, betrayal, and delusions of power.
So are you, like, as we speak right now, are you feeling like you're a god right now?
I mean, yeah.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before. In the early morning hours of August 29, 2023, a chilling call comes into dispatchers at the Powell Police Department, and it's from Chance himself.
911, what's the address of your emergency? And your name?
My name is Chance.
Okay. And what's going on there?
I murdered my girlfriend. You'll need to use forceful entry to get into the house.
He mad, calm, and collected saying this shit.
I plan on taking myself to the police station after this phone call.
Do you want the police to come to you?
He got the almighty suspect on one side. Free almighty suspect, too. I heard he locked up.
Can they come to you?
I would like to turn myself in because I'm very mentally unstable, and I'm worried that I'm going to commit by cop if the cops come and pick me up. So I need to go into the station for my safety and the police officer's safety.
Well, do you want to go ahead and get in your car and go ahead and drive to the police department, and I'll stay on the line?
Yeah.
Chance is confessing to murdering his 29-year-old ex-girlfriend, Shannon Hyatt. As he continues speaking with Powell Dispatch, the call is relayed to Columbus authorities, who quickly...
That's weird. They telling him to leave the scene of the murder? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, Sus got locked up. It's crazy, man.
They send officers to the address he provided.
Caller is in Powell on the phone with dispatcher now. What? He's going to do a cop in Powell. Why are we going to Berkeley?
With Columbus officers now en route to Shannon's home, Powell Dispatch continues speaking with Chance, hoping to gather more details.
Do you have any weapons on you, Chance?
I have the murder weapon with me.
Are you able to leave that in your apartment? I want you to leave that in your apartment, okay? I don't want you to take any weapons with you.
Okay.
What is the murder weapon?
It's a knife. Is there any way that I could put it somewhere where there's a child in the home and I don't want him to see it?
There's a child in your apartment?
Yeah, I live with my mother, and she's...
That is weird. Like, they told him to go to the police station, just stay where you at.
Standing right next to me, holding me accountable for making this phone call. And I just don't want my little brother to see it. He's only 7 years old.
Okay, can we put the knife on top of the refrigerator?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I want you to put it on there, not your mother. I don't want your mother to touch it.
Where's your mother? Where is the mother?
Okay. I'm going to put the knife on top of the fridge. Don't touch it at all. Okay? I'm going to give my mother one last hug before this all starts.
Okay. All right, go ahead and do that.
I'm going to go to prison now.
As police close in on his location, dispatch continues asking Chance questions, attempting to keep Chance stationary until units arrive. But the clock is ticking, and it's only a matter of time before he catches on.
Are you in your car?
Yes, I just turned on my car. Give me a second.
Stay
I
there
can't really move my hand very well.
You're fine. Stay there for right now. I just want you to take a couple deep breaths, all right?
Okay.
How's your finger doing?
Can't really move it.
How deep did it go?
I'm pretty sure it sliced the ligament.
Bro, I didn't even think nobody else was in the house. I ain't hear nobody in the background. Mother should have been screaming, bro. And then she hugged that nigga after she watched him killing a person, kill his girlfriend.
It did.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to send a medic to you first?
No. I'll receive all my treatment at the jail, please, and thank you.
Yeah, not a problem. Where are you at in the lot? Just parked right in front of your apartment?
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I need to bring myself to you, and I don't want to be tricked into being picked up. And so I'm going to refuse to answer that, but I'm in my car. The car has started, and I will not disconnect this call until I reach the jail cell and you have spoken with an officer.
Okay.
Verifying that. I am not safe.
Okay.
I am not a safe person right now, and the safest thing is for me to turn myself in at a jail.
Okay.
Not be picked up. Because if guns get drawn on me, I don't know what I'm going to do.
As the call continues, Chance leaves the apartment complex and begins driving. But Powell officers have found him, and they're closing in fast.
I left the apartment complex, but I need to pull over real quick and put the address in.
You left?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are you at?
There's a cop right behind me, and I know that I'm being followed and everything. If you have this officer on dispatch, I need you to tell him to just follow me to the police station.
Can you just pull over and let him put you in the back so he can take you to the police station? It'd make it so much easier, Chance.
How?
It would just make it be done right now.
Okay.
Okay? Can you just pull over right now?
Yeah.
Thanks to dispatch stalling Chance's departure, officers were able to intercept Chance less than half a mile away from the address he left from. He turns at an intersection and pulls over into the Sheetz gas station, where the police make...
Sheetz. They lit at night. What state they in? They got Sheetz here?
Contact for the first time.
Sheetz is lit. Good food, late night.
Can you make commands? Because you probably can't hear me on this side.
Can you put both hands out the window for me?
I got both hands. Well, his hands are back in. Put your hands out. Yeah. Keep them out. Keep your hands out.
Take one of your hands and open your car door. Open the door from the outside. Face away. Face away. Keep your hands above your head. Slowly start walking backwards.
Walk back towards me. Back towards the sound of my voice. Keep walking back.
With Chance fully cooperating, officers place him in handcuffs, then shift focus to the vehicle, unsure of what else might be inside.
This side, doors open. Clear. He's got gloves.
Yep. Blood on it looks like it.
You got anything on you, bud?
Nope. I got nothing.
Nothing.
I've got 25 bucks in my pocket.
Okay. It's secured. There's gloves. Look like blood on it.
Are you injured at all, Chance, besides your finger?
Just a little scratch on this other hand, but
your other hand?
Your laceration on this pinky.
When did that happen?
During the attack.
Okay. And you put that bandage on yourself?
Yeah, it's just a napkin and some medical tape.
Officers place Chance in the back of a patrol vehicle and remove his shoes, revealing blood-stained socks underneath. Both the socks and shoes are placed in paper evidence bags as they wait to transfer him to Columbus PD custody. Meanwhile, outside Shannon's home, Columbus officers prepare to make entry, unaware of the horror waiting on the other side of the door.
Can I kick the door? I'm good.
Kick the door.
Why won't the mother answer the door? The mother ain't home. She was dead when he left.
Police! Yep, she's dead. She's right here. We got her. Clear the house. Let's go.
That's 11. We're clearing the house. We got one down on the floor.
Did she get shot or did she get stabbed?
Everything has one knife.
Cord her throat out? Dude, he had to like cord her throat out or something.
There's blood in the hallway. You see that?
But I mean, there's a hole. Hole like this big in her throat.
Inside, officers find Shannon Hyatt on the living room floor, riddled with numerous stab wounds across her upper body and a deep slash across her throat. A large pool of blood sits beneath her, with additional stains splattered across the carpet and couch. She's pronounced dead on scene at 6:18 a.m. Columbus officers relay the information to their dispatch, who then notifies Powell Dispatch that Shannon has been found deceased.
He killed her. Oh my God, it makes me sick to my stomach.
As the weight of the news settles in, Powell officers arrive at the home of Ashley Ratka, Chance Donahoe's mother, where the 911 call was originally placed.
How are you, Mom? Okay. Can I just have you just step out here real quick? Is there somebody else with you? What's up, Pop? Just your... Okay. Is he awake? Okay. I just want to make sure he's okay. That's all we got to do is just make sure he's okay for right now, okay?
Is Chance at the police station now?
We have him in custody, yeah. He went voluntarily. Okay. All right. Hey, ma'am. Is there a knife?
Yeah, it's on the top. I see it.
Inside the residence, officers locate the knife on top of the refrigerator, just as Chance described to the 911 operator, along with a pile of his clothing next to the washing machine believed to be the first outfit he had on when he initially approached Shannon's house. Ashley's other son is also confirmed to be safe and sound, sleeping in his room. Chance's mother is later questioned by investigators, recounting the events leading up to the initial 911 call.
He woke me up at like 5 in the morning and said, "I need to talk to you."
And if you don't want to talk to me, you don't have to. I'm really sorry you're going through this. I really am.
So then he said the knife was in his car. He said his phone was in his car, and he said he was gonna go sit somewhere for a minute and have an hour of freedom. I said, "Chance, you need to just call 911 right now. You need to just do this." So he did.
His mother's insistence may have been the only thing that kept Chance from disappearing. Now in police custody, he's transferred to Columbus PD and taken to the Franklin County Jail, where he would be interviewed just a few hours later.
I had a major psychological break and kind of completely and utterly lost control of my actions, which I know is not an excuse and I need to pay for my mistakes. Basically, me and Shannon are going through a really bad breakup right now.
Right.
Because I am unable to be honest and unable to not steal and unable to not take advantage of people that are around me. And I took advantage of her a lot. She's been just making all these Facebook posts about our breakup. And
I've read some of them.
She's also come after my mom and stuff. And it's kind of one of those things where it's it's one thing to drag my name through the mud. You can take all my friends. It hurts. But
Why are you looking up at the camera?
Just kind of lost it whenever.
That would be frustrating and hurtful, right?
Saying things like me and my mother's relationship is extremely inappropriate, implying that we want to have sex with each other, and it's disgusting. Are you serious right now?
He definitely demonic, bro. Something wrong with that nigga.
Did that piss you off?
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, what
you have the audacity to start publicly saying that the reason I date older women is because I have an Oedipus complex. You're only 3 years older than me.
Chance's perspective lines up closely with what his mother also tells investigators.
Obviously, there's not a reason to ever murder someone, but this girl has been messing with him pretty significantly since they've split up, and they've only been split up for a week, but she was a problem, and I anticipated it getting worse before it got better with her stalking him, and she no longer had control of him, and I think that was making her crazy because she had a lot of control of him before.
We were unable to locate the specific statements both Chance and his mother claim Shannon posted online. However, we were able to locate one post made just 5 days before her death, shared in a Columbus-based Facebook group called Are We Dating the Same Guy?, where Shannon publicly warned others about Chance, stating that he stole my prescription medication and money out of my bank accounts, and also claimed that the money was used on powdered drugs. Back in the interrogation room, Chance begins responding to the claims made about him.
You know you bad when shorty making Yelp reviews about you, telling women do not mess with this nigga.
About him.
Did you feel betrayed?
In that moment, I felt betrayed the whole breakup.
Sure.
She's been just telling everybody everything, which I'm not gonna lie. I would do the same thing if somebody did that I did to her. But she told me that she wasn't gonna tell anybody about the theft and stuff because I paid her back the money that I took. And the only reason I took the money is because she took my debit cards because she didn't trust me with finances.
Bro, that's crazy. The Yelp review on your dating is crazy.
I'm not trying to sit here and say all of my actions have a rational and logical explanation, because I don't want to be this way. I don't want to lie, but I don't know how to stop. I don't want to steal, but I don't know how to stop. Shannon thought that the stealing had everything to do with the addiction to ketamine, when in reality, I go through bouts of unemployment because of the nature of my work. Mm-hmm. And so I run out of money. And then Shannon would get really mean and say really nasty things and all that. And so in my mind,
I don't even believe him.
Just take this money, give it right back to her as your money, so that she shuts the up and everything can be happy and peaceful, and then just replace the money before she finds out that it was taken.
But for Chance, the theft and online posts weren't the only triggers. There was something else.
She had started sleeping with Matthew, who she had just recently started being friends with and told me not to worry about.
Who's Matt?
Matthew is somebody that she was having.
That Matthew nigga better be lucky he alive. This nigga crazy.
Having some form of romantic relationship.
Okay.
I didn't have a reaction to it, honestly. I was just happy that I had what? I'm just happy, I'm still happy. I don't know, I'm not happy about it. It's up and it's a horrible thing, but at the end of the day, I don't know.
But jealousy and heartbreak were only part of the equation. As Chance opens up, he reveals a fractured state of mind that had already begun to crack.
I have undiagnosed schizophrenia.
Okay.
I have auditory and visual hallucinations. I went to a music festival this past weekend and kept seeing Shannon everywhere, and I thought that she was following me around to
Weren't you there with her at Legend Valley?
No, not at Legend Valley.
Okay.
Just this past weekend at Wonder Bus. Downtown. I was there and I was working the festival, and she has known about every single move that I've made since we've broken up. Where I'm at, what I'm doing, who I'm hanging out with, everything. And so,
man, I thought she had a whole new nigga, bruh. She ain't worried about you no more.
I was getting...
She wasn't.
really paranoid and frustrated because I thought that she was kind of like stalking me. I went directly to my mom's because I just wanted to tell my mom face to face. And I woke my mother up and I said I killed Shannon.
How did your mom take it?
Wow.
Like,
he took the murder weapon with him from his house to his mama's house.
Shook, shaken. And then she kept just saying things like, you had your whole life. Anything that Shannon could have done to you, we could have worked through.
Right.
Like, this was not worth it. Some dumb girl was not worth this.
Damn, the girl dead, and that's what the mama saying?
Chance speaks of hallucinations and paranoia.
He drove from his mama house from the house where he killed her to his mama house with the knife.
Mother tells investigators she'd seen this unraveling begin long before the murder.
He didn't have any medication for the last couple of weeks. He was diagnosed bipolar disease for one thing.
You said he hasn't had his medication?
No, he was on Abilify, he was on Wellbutrin, and he hadn't had it for the last couple of weeks.
I can't tell you why he did what he did. Maybe he told you.
He told me it was like hearing voices and all kinds of stuff like that. And I told him, like, just love him so much. I love my son so much. And I just can't believe this is happening.
I'm really sorry.
I feel so bad for her family too, and even though she was like...
Yo, me too. In the beginning, I thought it was the same house. I only just peeped it.
Like, doing whatever she could to mess with him so much, like, she doesn't deserve that.
Sometimes you can't control your kids, you know. I mean, he's an adult and he made decisions, and that's not on you. That's on him, you know.
White Claw in the front, Pepsi.
At some point, you gotta let them be adults.
I
right?
have, and I've done that. I've played that card. I've done every single thing. I've tried to do it all. He's been in and out of counseling since he was like 4 or 5 years old.
What his mother could only fear, Chance now begins to admit in chilling detail.
I was just kind of driving around because I just didn't really know what to do.
When was this?
This was at about like 11 o'clock.
Last night?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just driving around between like 11 and like midnight.
Okay.
And just kind of like trolling around.
This is confirmed by Shannon's front porch camera as it captures Chance's car driving past around 11:11 p.m.
And I thought to myself I should check myself into a mental hospital because I'm not really all that safe. I actually just like drove by her house before I like went back to my mom's house and changed into clothing. And I saw a van, and then I saw a person that looked like Matthew leave, and I just kind of didn't think of anything about it because I didn't know what kind of vehicle he drove.
So then you drive?
I just drove by because at first, like, all I wanted to do was just like knock and talk.
Yo, Matthew really got lucky, bro. He saw a dude leaving the crib, but he went in there and hurt her. Like, he could have followed Matt and hurt him.
But like, I don't know. I know like this doesn't make any logical sense because knocking and getting the police called on you and getting a trespassing charge is far less severe than getting a murder charge. But sure. I got to spend time with the vessel that was Shannon, and I got to absorb her spirit and get some of her back.
What?
We have some video, like from the neighbors, like cameras or video systems, and it looks like you had walked up to the
Absorb her spirit and get some of her back, nigga. Who do you think you are?
house, maybe with like a t-shirt on initially.
Yep.
Does that ring a bell?
Yeah.
Around 11:57 p.m., a neighbor living next door to Shannon's home catches a glimpse of Chance walking through her yard and across the driveway, unknowingly capturing a critical moment just before the murder takes place.
That was the time that I like drove past. And was like, saw the van, was trying to like work up the nerve to like go up to the door, but like didn't really know what to do. So I guess I don't know why, but I was just like, why don't you just like kind of just like see if she's even like here. And so I peered into the garage window to see if her car was there, and then I tried to see if I could see what room she was in without her seeing me on her cameras and stuff. And then I didn't see anything, and then whenever I left, I was like, you need to just go home, and you need to just give your mom your car keys, and you need to check yourself into a psych ward.
So when you walked up to the house 11, whenever, you hadn't planned on hurting her at that point?
No, not at all.
Had you seen Matt yet, or?
I saw Matt whenever I was actually just about to come around the corner to try to like knock on the door.
Okay. Did he see you?
No, he had his back to me and he was coming out of the door, and then I got spooked and ran off. I had like this weird thing that was just like, well, if you want Shannon back and you can't get her back, you can like take her life force, and then you'll be together forever.
What?
And so like,
bro, he's sick.
I went home and I changed my clothes into all black, and I grabbed a knife and I went over to her house, and I approached the door, which I'm sure you'll see on her doorbell camera, ring camera, at some point throughout your investigation. I twisted the doorknob. She screamed, "I will call the cops." And I slammed my shoulder into the door 2 times. After the first time, she said, "Are you kidding me?" Because I think that she thought I was just being obnoxious and pounding on the door or something. Or honestly, I don't even know if she knew it was me until I got into the house, because I had a bandage on my face whenever I was outside. And then the second shove.
I wish she would have just ran, locked herself in a room, tried to do something, called the police, and get away from this nigga, man.
Gave way, and I didn't make a noise. I didn't say anything. I didn't do anything. I just started stabbing Shannon, and she didn't even realize what was happening until I had stabbed her a couple times. And she said, "Are you kidding me? What the chance? Stop. Wait, please stop. I'm dying. I love you, I love you." And then she didn't speak another word.
Wow.
I don't know how many times I stabbed her. I know it's a lot. I also know that I cut her throat to speed up the process. And I just remember looking at her and feeling like I was like taking on like her spirit, I guess. And like, I don't know, I felt less alone than I'd felt since our breakup in that moment.
Shannon Hyatt suffered more than 30 stab wounds across her upper body, along with a deep slash to her throat. She had multiple defensive injuries, evidence that she fought to survive. But the horror didn't end there. For nearly 3 hours after her death, Chance remained inside the home, doing things so unsettling, even investigators struggled to make sense of it.
Well, I took her house keys and her phone after I killed her.
Okay.
I don't really know why. I don't have her password or anything, and she has like the thumbprint, so you can't like get into it. But like, I took the keys. I screwed a piece of plywood to the front doors to keep it closed.
Why did you shut the front door like that?
To be completely honest with you, so our cats didn't get out.
Yeah, that's good. No, I mean,
I think it sounds ridiculous, but you
didn't want the cats to get out.
That was a concern of mine.
And
dude didn't mind murdering his girlfriend, but he minds if her cats get out.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, there is a part of me that's very upset knowing that they slept together, because the first thing that Shannon said whenever she got out of our relationship was, "I need to be single for a while and really figure out my own."
Right.
And then I saw something that she wrote down saying, I feel like I'm really falling into the same patterns with Chance with Matt, and I don't know how to feel about it.
Where did she write that down?
It's in her notes on her phone.
Okay. How did you get into her phone?
I used her thumb after I killed her.
Yo, 88, you guessed it.
Okay. So you...
I'm a full psycho stalker mode, dude.
Huh?
I'm going to be completely blatantly honest with you.
That's why we're here.
In the aftermath of the murder, Shannon's back porch camera captures chilling footage. At 2:04 a.m., just 6 minutes after her screams are heard, Chance's shadow appears in the window, and for a brief moment, a blood-covered hand is visible. His shadow returns multiple times throughout the early morning hours, a silent presence inside the home, long after Shannon's final breath.
Why are you moving her body at that point?
Because the door is busted and her feet are about 1.5 feet maybe away from the door.
Okay.
And if I want to do any kind of going in and out of the front door, there's just a dead body right in blatant view. So I rotated her 180 degrees. Went outside, smoked a couple cigarettes.
When you say I went outside, did you go out front?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you have sex with Shannon?
Mm-hmm.
Afterward?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
At that point, was she dead?
Yeah.
Did you feel aroused, like looking at her?
Not by like her deadness, but like I was still very.
Yo, this dude is fucking crazy, bro. This dude is nuts.
Not by like her deadness, but like I was still very sexually attracted to Shannon.
She was beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how long do you think that lasted?
All of like 5 or 10 minutes.
And did you wear a condom or?
Mm-hmm. It was another just acceptance of guilt.
Yeah. Do you remember where you ejaculated? Was it inside of her? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
How long do you think she had been dead at that point?
I don't know.
From here, Chance lays bare a disturbing justification, one rooted in a delusional sense of power and a belief that Shannon was something to possess or consume.
You mentioned earlier that if you took her life force, that you would feel closer to her. What does that mean exactly, like as far as?
Well, it's kind of like a Native American belief of like absorbing the soul whenever you kill an animal.
Okay.
And like, I don't know, like you're absorbing it and like, I don't know. I oftentimes whenever I'm experiencing episodes of psychosis, think that I'm a god.
Okay.
And will kind of view people as like just kind of things. I've never been violent to this extreme before, but I definitely just like, well, if I'm God and I take away your free will and I release your spirit, I take your spirit back.
Okay.
Yo, he's sick.
I mean, I still feel like that.
So are you, like as we speak right now, how are you feeling about like our interactions? Are you feeling like you're a god right now?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And we're like objects in front of you?
I mean, you're not necessarily objects, you are people of authority, and I am paying the price for like human laws and stuff like that because I am in a human vessel, but like, yeah, like definitely like a god and like can make things happen.
What's the tattoo stand for?
It's the Om symbol. It represents the sound frequency. It's been recorded and picked up throughout the entirety of the known and explored universe.
Mm-hmm.
It's often referred to as the God frequency. It's just kind of a religious representation kind of thing.
Next, Chance is asked to confront the weight of his actions.
Do you feel bad, or do you just...
I feel guilty for taking Shannon away from the people that love her. And I know that a lot of people are gonna miss her. I do feel guilty about that. Processing emotion is something that I've always really struggled with.
Okay.
Ever since I was a kid. Like, I'm more of an analyze emotion rather than like feel emotion. I'm losing everybody that has ever cared about me to this relationship. And I felt really alone. I wanted Shannon back. And now I have her back.
No, you don't.
But I also wanted to take something away from her. But I had absolutely nothing to take away.
But her life?
And except her life.
Wow.
And so I did it. I stabbed her over and over and over again until she couldn't speak and was making weird raspy sounds, and then I slit her throat open.
As the interview nears its end, Chance offers his final thoughts of justice, remorse, and the pain he's caused Shannon's family.
I appreciate you sharing with me what happened. So
I gotta see what he get hit with.
At least her parents
throw the book at him.
Have a little bit of peace to know that the person responsible is in custody, right?
No, I'm a very eye for an eye type of person. I think that the only justice would have been if I was dead too. With all due respect, I'm a dumb and a murderer, but I'm not somebody that runs away from my consequences. In your experience, do the parents of the victims even want to hear anything?
I think this is all going to be out there. The trial, everything else, they're going to know. I think they would like to know how you feel about what happened.
I want you to tell them that Shannon didn't deserve to be a victim of my shortcomings and mental illnesses.
Chance Donahoe was indicted on aggravated murder, murder and abuse of a corpse, and tampering with evidence. According to news sources, he accepted a plea deal and pled guilty on August 8, 2024 to aggravated murder and abuse of a corpse, and was sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 31 years.
Bro, he shouldn't be eligible for parole after 31 years, bro. He shouldn't be. I mean, at least he got life, and they could. He's eligible for parole. That don't mean they're gonna actually parole him. Bro, he's sick. That's one of the sickest stories I've ever heard. The most coherent, insane person I've heard in a while. Facts. He was very coherent. Trip with girlfriend's dad ends in a crime scene. What's this?
I just said if I ever see another bruise on her, I said I won't be having words with you.
You wouldn't just save me. The seed has been planted in my head that I'm questioning about my father as well, because...
The last one with him?
Yep.
On October 28th, 2022, the Crow Wing County Sheriff's Office received a report about a missing man in Merritt.
It sounded like the pops saw bruises on his daughter. And he told his son, next time I see bruises on my daughter from you, dog, we ain't going to talk about it. It's going to be a problem. Let's see what happens.
Field, Minnesota.
The last one with...
The seed has been planted in my head that I'm questioning about my father as well, because...
The last one with him?
Yep.
On October 28th, 2022, the Crow Wing County Sheriff's Office received a report about a missing man in Merrifield, Minnesota.
Sheriff's Office. Hi, I inquired previously about trying to find someone, and I'm still not finding any information. I would like to file a missing persons report.
The report came from 19-year-old Cordelia LaFlex, who told deputies her boyfriend, 23-year-old Bryce Brogel, had vanished 2 days earlier after leaving with her father to unload a trailer. The couple had just moved from Washington State and were staying at the home of Cordelia's father, 45-year-old Michael LaFlex. Responding to her missing persons report, deputies made contact with Michael LaFlex later that same day at a storage unit in Merrifield, the location he claimed was the last place he and Bryce had been together.
Our coverage is made possible by Morgan for More Money. If you have a quickly changing crime,
Where he wouldn't let us know. We pulled out. Yeah, they went to Arizona first. Somewhere, he wouldn't let us know where they were at. Somewhere in southern Arizona. And then from there, they were there beginning of August, I think. And then they headed up to Washington. Again, he wouldn't let us know. Cordelia said to me it was somewhere near a small town near Spokane. That's all I ever got out of it. And they just came back.
And they got back on Wednesday?
Yes. We got back Wednesday. And
Do you know about what time they showed up?
5:15ish.
Okay.
At 5, I was putting laundry in. I was washing my sheets so Cordelia could get off my bed. She asked if she could stay with me while Bryce stayed somewhere else. And so I said, why don't
Are they
you...
not getting along? Or?
I don't care for him much.
Okay.
And it's not that I would never throw somebody out on the street for that, for not liking him. But he didn't want to go stay at my mother-in-law. He wasn't going to stay there because they don't like him. Last spring when he came to stay with us in March and stayed with him, there was a lot of verbal abuse towards Cordelia. There was a time where she came down with a big bruise on her face, which she said that was wrestling. My other daughter said it could be, could be that, but it was not, and then heard her crying. So there's always been the fighting and him being that way, but she just knows that I don't care. I didn't care for him that much, and he didn't. He doesn't want to be where he's not liked. Oh yeah, yeah, we unloaded all that stuff back there.
Okay.
This here too. I don't see anything else up here. It's mostly back there. What was left in the trailer was 2, like the dish baskets that had toiletry kind of stuff in it. He said to leave them in there, and then there was a black garbage can that was empty.
Okay. So you guys, you drove right up here from the house.
Yes.
Unloaded. Well, how long did that take?
Oh, 45 minutes maybe. Maybe. Because he was, he was looking at stuff and trying to figure out if he was going to keep something or take something. And I think there was one bag in there too, clothing bag or something.
Okay. And then you left here.
We left here.
And where did this interaction occur?
It happened just right out here.
They better check all up in here and see if a corpse is in there.
We got out, got just down, started to get up to speed, and the lights came on, and it happened right down here.
And you said you're not good with cars, but you don't know what they were?
It wasn't, the one was a small, kind of like your size there, or something that size. I tell you the truth, I didn't see what the make was of that one.
But there was lights on them?
No, there was.
Emergency lights?
Yeah, there was the ones that come up front. I didn't see anything up top, but there was the ones that came on there, and then the car, it was kind of a dark gray, and it kind of looked like the new Tauruses.
Okay.
But I'm not 100. Like I said, it came by like that and pulled in front of the vehicles, and they put him in the back seat, and the other one up. The officer walked around, got in the car, passenger seat, and they left.
Okay.
And then they came back to me. The other 2 came back to me. The one came to my side, let me out, took my caps up, and said, "Is this red vehicle registered to you?" And I said, "Yes, it is."
Which vehicle did you end up in?
The white one.
The white.
The white Ford Escape.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Bryce ended up in which one?
The dark gray, whatever it was.
He was driving the white Escape.
Yeah. Yes.
But which vehicle did you end up?
The SUV.
Okay. And Bryce was put in which one?
The gray car. Taurus looking.
And was there a cage in this car?
Not in the one I was in. It looked from the inside. It was plain Jane. It had a small in the center on the center console. It had a small looked like computer or something, but it was folded down.
Okay.
I was,
Did he say anything to you when Bryce?
No, he didn't. I mean, when we left here, he said thank you for your help, and that was it.
Did you guys have any other conversation?
No, I mean, I asked him on the way up here how the drive was. He said nice, decent.
Okay.
It really. I didn't care to talk with him. I mean, most of the time we've ever talked, and I can show you messages where I've never, except for one time last spring, when I didn't see the bruises. My mother-in-law did, my daughter did. I just said, if I ever see another bruise on her, I said I won't be having words with you. And that was the end. But there's been so much conflict from his side, and I can show you messages where, and I didn't respond any bad way, but just.
Did Cordelia not want to come with, or what was the deal? How come she could come with?
Said she was smelly and stuff and needed to shower.
Okay.
Bryce said on the way back that he had a feeling that somebody was going to get arrested when he got back here. She said the FBI. Cordelia actually did.
Does he have any reason to
just disappear?
Or make it look like he's disappeared?
I don't think so. I don't think, no. I mean, she said they were going to be going back to Montana.
Bro, he's clearly guilty, right?
To work. And that they were, I mean, he was very, what's the word, possessive about that. And, you know, he was, all her phones, or all her emails and everything went through his phone so he could watch who she was talking to. I think her Facebook, everything was going through his phone, so he could screen everything.
Right. So what you're telling us is that the last you saw him, he was in a unmarked type squad car.
Yep.
You believe he was being arrested?
Yes, it was a dark gray, what I believe to be a Ford. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And you've never had his phone, you weren't in possession of it today?
It was in the vehicle.
Okay.
I took it. I did take it. And I just wanted my daughter to get away from him. I didn't want her to, keep after him and...
Oh, yeah, it's obvious.
That's just it.
It was in what vehicle?
It was in mine.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what'd you do with it?
I put it in the trash.
Okay. Where?
In Brainerd.
Where in Brainerd?
Holiday.
Okay.
Yeah.
In the dumpster?
Yes. No. In a garbage can.
Like in the gas?
Yes.
Which one?
I believe the center one. Yeah, the center one, the closest aisle. It was sitting on the center console, and I was scared, to tell you the truth. I was scared of the whole situation. And
scared of what?
I wasn't sure. I was afraid, honestly, of somebody tracking it and coming after my daughter.
When did that happen? After he was taken?
Yeah. What, with me with the phone?
Yeah.
I had it.
Yeah.
And like I said, I was afraid. I told my daughter yesterday, I said, just wherever you're going, let me know.
You're not helping
you're
yourself.
Going there. I was afraid.
Bro, he not helping himself at all. He just keep talking. Obvious that you killed him.
When did you drop it in?
I dropped it tonight.
Okay, on the way to your sister's?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
As investigators continued their work, another interview from that same evening would begin to shatter Michael's story. This time, it was his daughter, Cordelia LaFlex.
His own daughter snitched on him. She the one that said he went missing after going with my dad.
Who had her own version of what happened. And her account painted a very different picture.
How's yours and Bryce's relationship been?
Good.
Okay, any abuse or anything like that?
No, not really, no.
Not really?
Not really.
Dad's Mike, right? Text Dad about your relationship with Bryce and good things, bad things?
Bad things, tense things, I guess, but...
What'd you tell Dad about Bryce and your relationship?
Well, so in perfect honesty, Bryce told me everything about his past. He explained to me, so of course in the relationship I know, right?
Tell me about his past. What did he tell you?
Well, so he was sexually assaulted when he was a kid. And he had not good parents at all. His dad was a meth head and his mother was abusive and his father was abusive as well. She also got an abusive step-husband, everything else. So he spent most of his childhood locked up and been in other things.
You told Dad that?
No, the only thing Dad found out about was just the brief stint as apparently a offender. He tried telling me that, throwing it in my face that, do you really even know him? Do you know everything about him? And he's pissed. And I said he's not. He's never somebody. That is not a truth.
Dad didn't like that he thought Bryce was a offender?
Yep. Well, and it started some heat because my dad actually was an ex-offender.
I know your dad for many years.
But he had that, and of course that got dropped when the duration filled out. But that was something that was brought up as well, that my dad was a offender. And it was actually a shock to me because He likes to say that as kids that there was signs or whatever, and that we knew or something, but I don't actually recall knowing that, and knowing for a fact that I knew that was a label on my father. But
how did Dad feel about Bryce being in his mind anyway?
Yeah, not the best about it. And
when did you find that out?
That was in June, just before we would have been leaving.
So how's your relationship with Dad?
Fine. I talked to him more than I talked to anyone, and I didn't really talk to anyone while I was gone. Anyone will tell you that. No one really had any communication with me.
Other than Dad?
Yeah, that's about it.
How often do you talk to him?
Once every 2 weeks or something like that.
Once every couple weeks?
Yeah, it was never more than 10 minutes of a phone call.
Are you his only dad?
I'm his eldest. He's got 2, but I've always been a daddy's girl. Headbuttingly as that is.
Yeah.
And of course, he's Dad, so he thinks he can just play protector. And I'm worked up and irritated and crabby.
So you guys decided to come back to Minnesota. Did you tell anybody?
There was less than 10 people that knew. It's weird because the men that took Bryce said something about that. They said something to my father about how there was an outstanding warrant in Arizona, and they mentioned something about Washington, which we didn't even know about the warrant. But
how did Dad say that he got Bryce's phone?
If I'm being perfectly honest to you guys, I screamed at my father and just left my aunt's house because I just found out that information.
So he dumped it in a garbage can?
No, he failed to tell to me that he had both of Bryce's phones, as far as I was known. And
both? No?
Or just the one, and I don't know. I didn't even get to see.
Were we still needing to find a phone?
Bryce had 2 phones on him. As far as I was aware, he had 2 phones and the phones were taken with him. I just found out less than a half hour ago that my father had one of them in possession, or had a phone.
Threw him in a dumpster. So have you talked to him about that?
No, I screamed in his face and told him I'm not sleeping at his house again, and that's where I'm at. He told me, 2 things he told me. First, the woman in Washington who's pressing charges on Bryce due to property damage, he said that he convinced her not to press charges on me too, apparently. And then he also told me, yes, that he had possession of, I don't know if he said both phones or just one, but he said he had possession of a cell phone and that he was worried someone was tracking it and that they were going to get a hold of me or something too.
So how did he explain this kidnapping thing that he's explaining?
Well, at first, we thought it was the cops. For all extensive purposes, when he showed up and explained it, he explained it like the police took it.
When exactly did he show up and explain it?
Just after 6:30 maybe.
On
Wednesday.
6:30 p.m.?
Yep. They were gone no more than 2 hours before my dad came home.
How long did that take?
45 minutes maybe.
The substantial gap between the time Michael claimed to be gone and the actual 2 hours he was missing quickly raised the suspicions of investigators.
And it was within the first 10 minutes, I texted Bryce. I never got a response within...
Is that normal?
Not to get a response?
Yeah.
No.
Does he keep his phone pretty close to him?
Yes. Usually, Bryce and I aren't even that far separated where we need to...
They're gone for 10 minutes, saying they're going to the storage shed. You text them when they're gone after about 10 minutes.
No response. I texted him at 5:50, so it was probably 40 minutes after my first text message. Sorry, I'm blanking on your first name.
Travis.
Sorry, Travis.
So about 5:10 you text him?
Yep, and Travis took pictures of them as well, so they were all time-stamped as well. And yeah, I asked him, I was like, are you planning on coming back for me? And I got no response. I tried to call him and there was nothing, and then I called my father after that and there was nothing.
So when you were sending these texts, was your dad back yet?
Nope.
Nobody's back, just you at the house?
Yet. Yep.
Okay.
And I got left at the house to shower. So as soon as I was...
So he must have took him out immediately. 10 minutes after they left, she texted him and got no answer back.
Done showering, I'm wondering where everyone is, and the trailer's a little 4x8 with not that much stuff in it. It wasn't going to take longer than an hour to do. It really wasn't.
Is that stuff in the storage shed now?
Yes, it should be. Yep.
Percentage-wise, how full do you think that trailer was for the trip back from?
80% at least.
Okay. Like top to bottom, front to back, 80%?
Yeah. We started at the front and loaded it all the way back, but I definitely know it wasn't loaded to the full top.
Okay.
It definitely wasn't filled in fully.
So, a real serious question. What did happen? Honestly.
Real serious answer. I thought he was sitting at a police station somewhere.
You know better now that that's not true.
Yeah, up until yesterday, that's what I still thought, and I was still waiting on a phone call just to hear. In all honesty, I don't even know now. It could be the mob or something that picked him up. I don't even know.
So you believe your dad that some people kidnapped him?
Yes. In personal honesty, Bryce is not the kind of man, I feel like, who could just be put in a position where someone's going to tell him to go away and he's going to disappear, or he cares about me. And,
oh, of course.
And I have his dog. I have all his stuff. He left his wallet in the car at the time, too, and everything. And that had over $1,000 in it of what was our money.
So from our perspective, what do you think common sense kind of tells us?
That something shady is going on. That's how we all feel, is that something shady is going on right now.
Dum 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 dum. Your dad's a killer.
Because he wouldn't just leave you.
No, he wouldn't just leave me. And of course the seed has been planted in my head that I'm questioning about my father as well, because...
The last one with him?
Yep. The only thing that came across as suspicious and a red flag in my mind is that Dad made a comment twice about me staying home and him and Bryce going unloading the trailer. That's what I was told. You want to stay here and shower, and Bryce and I will go unload it? And he popped it the first time, and I don't think I really even said anything definitive or comment.
He lied. He said that she said, "Oh, I'm smelly. I'm gotta take a shower, so y'all just go without me." The dad is the one who suggested she stay home.
But we got. That's what I was told. Me in my mind is that Dad made a comment twice about me staying home and him and Bryce going unloading the trailer. That's what I was told. You want to stay here and shower, and Bryce and I will go unload it? And he popped it the first time, and I don't think I really even said anything definitive or commented, but we got talking on something else, and then Bryce came in, and then he asked again, and that's what him and I agreed upon. I was like, okay, that's fine, you two can go unload the trailer, and I'll stay here and I'll shower.
Cordelia not want to come with, or what was the deal? How come she could come with and help?
Said she was smelly and stuff and needed to shower.
Okay.
Given the suspicious 2-hour gap in Michael's timeline, and the fact that he had just admitted to disposing of Bryce's phone hours before Cordelia's interview, investigators recognized major inconsistencies in his story. They began examining the surrounding areas, estimating how far Michael could have traveled during the time he was unaccounted for. It would soon lead them into the woods outside Merrifield.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like this, and then all these branches were broken off and put in it.
I can't hear you.
Oh, so we gotta
tell them to go live and can see what.
We'll probably need a probe of some sort. It looks like, so it's a sandy, previously dug area that they broke off branches and stuck them in the ground.
Fresh leaves on top.
And then fresh leaves on top. But it's,
This is probably animals.
We kind of dug down with their boots about 6-8 inches and don't see anything, but this is probably, it's really odd.
How long would it take the dad to bury a body?
Well, there's broken off big branches, medium-sized branches, and little branches that were broken off and stuck in the middle of it. It could be something like that, but somebody put a bunch of broken branches over the top and
fresh leaves.
Appears to be fresh leaves over the top, and it's kind of a sandy area where the rest of it around here. It might be nothing, but it's
The BCA crime scene team arrived shortly after and began processing the site. As investigators dug through the soil, they uncovered the body of 23-year-old
Wow, he did bury him right there.
Bryce Brogel, buried several feet underground. The Ramsey County medical examiner found Bryce died from a distant gunshot wound to the head, and it was ruled a homicide, confirming he'd been deliberately and fatally shot. By putting the pieces together, contradictions, timelines, and physical evidence, investigators promptly arrested Michael LaFlex. He was initially charged with second-degree intentional murder in October 2022. In March of 2023, a grand jury indicted LaFlex and charged him with first-degree murder with premeditation, which carries a mandatory life sentence. After a nearly 2-week-long trial, a jury unanimously convicted LaFlex of first-degree murder with premeditation. He was sentenced to
He definitely premeditated that shit.
life in prison without the possibility of parole, ensuring he will spend the rest of his life behind bars. In addition to the life sentence, LaFlex was ordered to pay more than $14,000 in restitution and court fees.
Almighty suspect locked up after viral burger incident. Teen laughed after battering pedophile to death. What we got? I don't really see too much popping on here. Let me save something for the next stream. I'm about to get aboard this nasty. Appreciate everybody for tapping in, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream with your guy, gang. I know it's late. Appreciate